Hey, this is Miracle Max. Welcome to Rise of Civilizations. And if you recognize this picture on the map, then you have already taken a lost temple or watched video on it. This is Kingdom 174, and this is our first attempt on the lost temple. It looks like we have about 6 alliances participating. The powers that be decided we are going to rally full cavalry on the Lost Temple. We'll see how that goes. I'm not sure if that's the best plan, but I've seen it done lots of different ways, so we'll see how we do it. We have our rally is being led by uh, uh, our one City Hall level 25. Let's see if I can get over to her, Cassia Thea, and if I go into our alliance and look at our rally here, we have 2 million T4 and T5 cavalry going against the Lost Temple, and then we have several troops out. So the Lost Temple, 1.7 million troops, um, and then we'll be dealing with the Guardians and the Saints on the wings. So we'll be ready for that. Let me go back out to the map, and I am in simplified graphics mode, which makes it look like there's very few troops, but we'll see if we can get a peek before the action starts, um, so you can actually see how many troops are on the battlefield. Let's see who we have here. We have TR, FF, ESV, FFF, Triple F, Wake, FG. Want to make sure I shout out all the alliances that are out here. IBZ, looks like they have that full fork, and FF exclamation point has this whole fork. Now, if you haven't taken a Lost Temple before, here's how it works. Um, Usually your highest ranking player on the main alliance uh, does a rally. And we fill that rally up, this time with 2 million troops. There are several players whose responsibility are to reinforce that rally as it weakens. On each of the 4 forks leading in to the Lost Temple, you see a lot of troops. And once the rally on the Lost Temple starts, once the first arrow flies or sword flashes, um, Guardians are going to appear on the forks just like they normally do every 12 hours, but this time they're appearing to protect the Lost Temple. So they will attack the troops on the forks, and our job is to defeat them. The second thing that's going to appear on the forks are saints. And saints start out at the furthest point on the fork from the Lost Temple and slowly make their way up to the Lost Temple. Now, it's important that you defeat these saints. If a saint reaches the Lost Temple, it restores 25% of the health to the Lost Temple, and it makes the battle that much harder. So, the biggest job for the people on the forks is to destroy those saints and not let them get up there and make the battle on the Lost Temple more impossible. So, it looks like we have enough troops set up on all the forks to be able to handle this. And this is the hard part is the waiting for the rally to take off. So let's go in and take a peek and see how much longer our rally has till it marches. 5 minutes. Well, I'm not sure what to do for 5 minutes. So let's look and see what troops I have out on the field. I have Scipio and Joan of Arc. That's really my third army out there, and it will just jump in wherever necessary. I have Lancelot and Boudica leading my T4 cavalry. I don't know why I say that word wrong all the time, but my T4 cavalry. And it doesn't matter who's leading those. If you are participating in a rally, but you're not the person who launched it, your commanders do not measure in. They doesn't matter who you use. Their skills don't get calculated in the attack. My other troops I have out to kill Guardians is Lohar and Minamoto. Since Guardians are neutral units, Peacekeepers actually can do a good job on that. And if I were attacking the Lost Temple, I'm not going to use Lohar. But for the Guardians, that's a good mesh. So I have 450-ish thousand troops that are ready to battle, and those are all T4. So if you can imagine that each of those dots out there, let's go ahead and get my free chest here, is 150,000 troops, um, we probably have easily 10 million troops that are entering this battle for the Lost Temple. And if we go back into this rally and take a look, we're at 3 minutes 47 seconds. These would be our T5. So 310,000 T5. Don't think we have any other T5 going into the battle, but let me just make sure. We might have one other player with T5, but so 310 T5, that would put us at 1.7 million T4, which again, we're fighting against 1.7 million T5 troops, so it is a hard battle, and that doesn't account for the Guardians and the Saints. So let's go back out onto the battlefield and just take a peek at where we're at. And we can hop into chat and see what people are doing. There's always the cases people set up their troops to go into the Lost Temple, that they use the Lost Temple to draw them in. They hit attack, and then they forget and aren't able to stop their troops in time, and sadness happens. So this guy has to go back home and heal up and come back out with his 80,000 troops. That is a bummer for him. I don't know what happened. Looks like for some reason we canceled the rally and are restarting it. I don't know what the purpose of that was, but let me go in here and see if I can get back in. And now I am unable to join, which is really a bummer. All right, well, let me get that army up ready to join the rally. So this is what I'm talking about. So I've got to march him up here. I'm going to select attack, but I need to make sure I stop him before he reaches the Lost Temple. So we'll watch him. There's his line. And let's see. Say hi to YouTube. Let's do this before I have to leave. So I'm in a little bit of a time crunch right now. I'm hoping we can get this done. I only have 21 more minutes before I have a place I have to be. So 20 minutes until I have to leave. You know, these videos are always funny to me because we're not in control of what's happening. We're just kind of part of the crowd. Here comes little Lancelot. There, he looks much bigger now when I turn off the simplified graphics. Go, Lancelot, go. It's just crazy how many troops there are right there. We'll march him up. Since Lancelot is going to be reinforcing the rally, I want to get him up close, but I sure don't want him to attack. So let's march him up here and find a little hole. I'm going to pause him right there. All right, so I now have 3 armies on this fork right here. One at the back, one in the middle, and one on the end. Gosh, I'm hoping I don't crash. But we can get a better look at what we have. I've been lucky not to crash yet on a lost temple. But I am sure many of you guys have. So one of the things that everybody is out doing right now is they are picking up the runes. I know we have a rune of Fury out here, which is a plus 10% attack. We have that one, which is a defense. I prefer attack. I prefer to kill them quicker, and then my army lives. The other thing people are doing is going into their items, and they are either, if they picked up a rune of attack, then they're going to want to pick up one of their items of defense. So let's go ahead. Since I have a rune of attack, we're going to go into our boosts, and we're going to add on 12 hours enhanced defense. That's 5%, 5%. So we'll go ahead and use one of those. And then the other thing you do is you engage War Frenzy. And you want to wait until right before the attack to do that. But War Frenzy gives you an extra bonus of an attack. And how you do it is you select someone who's an alliance that's not yours and tell them you're going to attack them. And this starts a War Frenzy, which increases your attack by 3%. So I'm going to wait and see how our rally is coming, if it's actually happening now. Let's help whoever needs to heal. Okay, we're 26 seconds, so I'm going to go ahead and get my War Frenzy. And as soon as I start that march, I'm going to stop it. But I do have the War Frenzy now. So I have 4% on War Frenzy. And if we look up in my items, it only lasts 12 minutes. So I need to make sure I am battling before that goes down. I have troop defense of 5%. And I have troop attack of 10%. 3 armies out, 415,000 troops. And we're going to see the rally coming in from down here. So we'll just make sure that we can watch that happen. So what are your bets? Did you use all cavalry on your Lost Temple? I would think, I'm pretty sure it's infantry in that Lost Temple, so I would not go in with cavalry. I can't see that symbol real well. You'll have to tell me. I think that is infantry, though. And if we look at our troop types, we go in like we're going to train troops, and we go to, this is infantry, and if we click on that, it tells us infantry unit counters cavalry, but is counted by archers. So I wouldn't be using cavalry. I would be using archers, since that is the most effective unit against infantry. All right, well, let's go see what's happening. Pick up another chest. Sorry, I can't leave buttons unclicked. All right, let's go back out on the map. And that is the rally approaching. Okay, so I'm going to have to simplify graphics. Otherwise, this is going to become impossible. And we will just make sure that that is, yep, we're marching. So we are at 6 seconds. And that is our rally right there. So it's really funny to see no little troops. But we can watch the health bar. And we have a storm cloud arising. And since I am on this fork, I am looking for guardians and for saints to appear. I also need to keep making sure this rally stays full. I am still okay on that. All right, here come the guardians. All right, guardian 1. So this guardian here, I'm going to attack with my Lohar, and I'm going to attack with my, with my Scipio and my Lohar. Take that down. What happened to Lancelot? Running 3 is not a good idea. All right, so this is the saints coming in, the believers. So this is the one that if they reach the lost temple, there is 25% health restored. So we don't want that to happen. And really, if you're on the forks, as much as you want to watch what's happening at the lost temple, you have clear jobs. Your job is to kill the guardians as they're coming in. And here come guardians again. Okay, need to pause my troops so I can get them back in the battle against this guardian now. And this just goes back and forth until the temple falls. If we look at the temple, it's down to about 25%. All right, we have the guardians going down, and we just got the announcement that we have more believers coming up. So here come the believers again down at the bottom. I'm going to stay on the guardian until, oh, it did fall. All right, so back, nope, back on the believers. And again, believers or saints, 25% health restore if they reach the temple. So that needs to be the main priority. Looks like everybody's doing a good job. That fork might be having some trouble. But we are winding down on the battle. Alright, I'm going to go help this guardian because it looks like they're not being very... Oh, we got more over here. Alright. And I'm sorry if my voice isn't very excited. I have done this many, many times. So for me, this is just, it's all about a good plan. It's all about planning what army you're going to take to hit the Lost Temple. It's about having troops ready to reinforce the rally on the Lost Temple. And it is about having all 4 of the forks well defended, ready to hit the guardians and the saints / believers as they approach. And what's happening is the guardians that aren't getting killed are hitting our rally. So we don't want that to happen. Looks like they've disappeared again. Let me pause my troops. Oh, we have more guardians appearing. Let's go back up here and attack. We should be getting close to killing that Lost Temple here. You know, there are some people who are asking for help, but we've still got 2 guardians on our wing, so I can't leave my post. I gotta trust that the other people are on it, and we just need to survive long enough to have the Lost Temple fall. So we got another guardian popped up here. There we go. Holy site captured. Lost temples captured. Whew. And with that done, all troops return home. We all go heal. And the lost temple is now part of my territory. Look at that. So let's go home. Let's tell everybody great job. Great job, team. Someone's really happy, Mr. Doomsday. Throwing that hair around. There we go. Got a cat dancing happy. Let's see how many troops I have to heal. Oh, not that many. And in the monument. So in 4 days, almost 5 days, if our alliance is able to hold the lost temple through, then I've got 5 gold keys coming. The other rewards that come from beating the lost temple will go to reports. 5,000 gems, 3 targeted teleports, 53-hour speed ups. That's nice. A whole chunk of food, wood, and stone. We're going to read and claim that. Every time I battled guardians, I had a few slightly wounded troops. Level 50 guardians. Nothing really bad because we're doing it as a group. Apparently Lancelot fought a guardian and it got destroyed. I don't know if I was the only one attacking that guardian. All right, let's say bye to YouTube. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching this video. It is a little bit anticlimactic. Um, let's make sure nobody says anything offensive. Um, I know that the Lost Temple is the final battlegrounds, but being Kingdom 174, we've had the luxury of being able to see this over and over and over again. And nobody should go into the Lost Temple without a good plan by now. Um, there are probably 100 videos out there that tell us how to do it. So that should not be an issue. We'll take one final peek at this. Watch my troops return home triumphantly. Go, Scipio. Good job, Scipio. High five. And look at the kingdom map as it now stands. This is Zone 3. My alliance is all right there. So, all right. Again, for Kingdom 174, congratulations. We took down that lost temple. Let's shout out my alliance here. Show my alliance FF. Lost Temple. The king is Mars K. And here's the alliance. 894 million power and 115 members. So we did great. We'll go ahead and help heal troops. And that is going to be it for me. Thanks, guys, for watching. And you have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.